Alright, so that's it right there.
I don't know what this is, it's like a pizza box. What else? I get money every day, I hide it in my socks. I was off the block and I never fucking sold crack rocks.
Elevated Talkz in this thing. You got your boy Standout in the building. Look here. I know you guys know GC. I'm gonna do a proper intro. Let me start all over. We're gonna do a proper intro. We got entrepreneur, money train management, fucking CEO, G6 TV, rapper, entrepreneur, and Tommy from Martin, G6 in the fucking building.
Oh man, yeah, we back. He forgot director, but I love him nonetheless. But
producer too.
Yeah, executive producer. Everything. I'm everything. Okay. But I hope we got all of that good stuff. But yeah, man, I'm back in the building, man. Elevated Talkz, man. I'm here. This is not the Jodeci reunion, as you guys can see, but we didn't plan this, but no. I guess this was the vibe. You know, he told me that moment. When I come back, we're going to do it the right way. It's been, because this is supposed to be basically a remix of Champagne Talkz, because we did the first one maybe 4 years ago. I just got a Facebook notification that 4 years ago, we did our first one. It was around this time.
Let's see.
The first one we did when I was on Las Vegas Entrepreneurs Magazine.
So the one with the one at Level 9.
Level 9, yep.
Okay.
With you and Danny, yep.
That's a long time ago.
It's 4 years, man.
Like
5 years. Sorry.
That's a long time ago. It's so much change, you know. We could speak on that, but much change.
Let's do it.
You know, the same podcasters and the same content creators that was here is no longer here, or they're doing other things, and you had a lot of people pivot to OnlyFans. You had a lot of people move out of state.
Let's talk about those OnlyFans pivots.
Oh yeah. Okay. We've seen a lot of OnlyFans pivots. There's a lot of podcasters that definitely went that route. I guess especially if you're a woman, it's more lucrative that way, right?
Facts. I mean, over a podcast. I mean, you know, unless they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Monetize wise, advertising wise.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I think it's like OnlyFans, I think, could be like rap. I mean, you always gonna have your horny guys and girls and shit like that, or right. Males and females, or whatever people want to call themselves nowadays. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, it's like the rapper money. Like you got your shelf life, and then what happens after that? Because like, I no longer want to, after 5 years of fucking paying for your services, I no longer want to pay how much is the average? About $9.99.
Now, yeah, I wouldn't know the average, but that sounds about right. I mean, like, I guess, yeah. Well, I guess I'm familiar with that because, you know, I dibble and dabble in like OnlyFans management. I have a few people that do that, but I guess 9 to 14.99 or something like that.
I mean, so if you're doing that, you gotta come up with new content, come up with new moves. You gotta shoot some porno on there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Keep your friends engaged. You gotta engage with the fans. Like, it's a little tiring. And so if you're charging $14.99 a month and you got 1,000 people subscribed, you know, that's a win. That's a win.
That's a win.
Until you got to reinvent yourself after that.
Right. Because all those, they're not. Everybody's not going to stay.
It's just like the pretty girl, right? Mm-hmm. Like you have that girl that's pretty, any guy she wants for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, she's still relatively pretty, but like it's a new crop of pretty girls.
Right.
So now you got to find even more ways to be prettier, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, I mean, short term, it works. Like, and if you know how to flip that and turn it into something else.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them don't really know how to leverage that into something, but the ones that do, I mean, you know, they make a great living out of it. Financially, you know, we're not going to get on, you know, where they're at mentally to do that.
I mean, well, like you say, you know, a lot of people and you manage people that, you know, do all that stuff.
Oh yeah, their mentals is fucked up. Yeah. Mentally, they're fucked up. You know, it's a you know, I mean, it's, at the end of the day, there's very few women that I know that are in that profession that I know personally that actually probably, you know, got their mind right. Now I know a few that got their mental was on point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, very, very solid. Shouts out to Riley.
Yeah, Riley. Yeah,
Riley's
she's a hustler.
She's a hustler. She's solid, but you know, just mentally, her mental is pretty much on point. Especially, you know, 360 from what most of those women in that, you know, profession, you know, how they get down.
Yeah, but then you got, you know, other ones that's like, yeah, they might look like a Riley or they might move around like a Riley, but like, you could tell like their shelf life is coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, because everybody's not going to understand to reinvent themselves. You know,
You kind of see a lot of stress on their face too. A lot of times, like if you pay attention, like a lot of them be having like a lot of like they age. To me, is not all, but a lot that I notice. They age a little bit faster because you know, I don't know. Maybe this.
No. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'll say it like this. I always have this saying. It's like the eyes are the windows to the soul. So it's almost like a woman's eyes. I can always tell. We've talked about this, but I can always tell if a woman's been, you know what I'm saying, abused or hit, because it's almost like I can see it.
Yeah.
But it's like a woman's eyes. I don't know if it was in a poem or something like that, but it was basically said like a woman is supposed to be. Her eyes are supposed to be like the light, so it's almost like a lighthouse. So what's a lighthouse's job? It's supposed to bring men, bring ships, guide the ship, so the ship doesn't get lost in that. So it's like sometimes you can almost see. Now, if a woman's eyes are like this, now if one is punched out, so to speak, then it's like, you know how a lighthouse is, so it's guiding. So if this light is off. Now this one can only go to this.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It can only surveil this much. It can't do the whole situation. So, long story short, it's almost like I can see that. So I know exactly what you're talking about. You can almost see the damage when you can see that. And everybody's gone through damage, trauma, all that type of stuff. We all have, but
everybody has
the levels. It's just the levels of it.
Yeah, I think that I'm not knocking anybody that whatever you do, I don't knock gay. It's all on you. Like have fun, do it smart. But I feel like everybody with everything should have a backup plan. That's just landing this plane back to the fucking to the podcast shit, right? A lot of these people thought that they could get rich fast off of content or podcasts. Where they tried to ride a wave,
right?
And that wave didn't take them to where they wanted to go.
Facts.
And shit like that.
But did they get into it did they get in? Okay, so let's just use us as an example. So you, for an example, you made me believe that you got into this for this. Like you weren't just doing this and kind of happened to get into it.
Yeah.
Same with me. I was doing it for a while. A lot of the people during COVID or just whatever this new podcast thing is they just started doing it because of that. So if you do it because of a fad or you do it because of that, you already not doing it for the right reasons. So your shelf life, you already got a predetermined shelf life. You know what I mean?
That's fact.
It's already predetermined because you're not doing it for, the right reasons. It's just like love or anything, even with God. Like if you're not going to do it for the right reason, don't even do it, right?
Yeah. Like, and that's what I try to tell people when they say, I'm going to come out with a podcast. I said, would you rather come out with a podcast or a show? Because it's a little bit different.
Yes.
And at least with a show, you don't have people that you build in that's going to listen and want to, be looking for that shit all the time. It's a little bit less consistency and it's more risk, I guess, more risk to reward.
No, for sure.
But with the podcast, you have to be more consistent and willing to take those L's in the beginning and ride out the wave and see where you could land after that. You know what I mean? Because like it's like a lot of ups and downs, but the most part that people don't forget or people forget to remember is the consistency.
Right.
Even with me, like sometimes I be inconsistent with the shit, True,
but this is the thing. You already built the foundation. So I notice a lot of people say that. We all say that. This is just life. Nobody can be consistent all the time if they say that they're bullshitting or they're a robot, right? But it's like somebody with you, like you actually built a foundation and you built the audio. So that's another sidebar that most people don't know.
Yeah,
with you, the audio was the audio. Because what I learned after you did that was 80% of people that watch podcasts, they only listen to audio anyway. I had no idea about that. To me, that just like that's like the Neptune sounds on my whole do because everybody knows I'm Mr. Film everything. But I didn't know that. But you were ahead of the game, understanding that. And I was even doing it, for such a long time. But I didn't realize the marketing of it, which is why I wanted to be Phil Jackson more. I wanted to be the owner more instead of being Jordan. That shit gets, you know what I'm saying?
So speaking of that, you got your show that we've been telling you to fucking get forever.
Yes.
You
He's
finally got
been telling me to get my show since he met me. Like we did our first interview. He was like, "Why you don't got a fucking show?"
Yeah. not you making appearances
Yes.
on everything else, because you made an appearance on every fucking show that you could probably imagine, right?
Sure.
But you got your own shit. So how is your perspective on the shit now? Like,
Man, that's a great question. The perspective on G6 TV, make sure you guys go subscribe G6 TV. The perspective of it is different. I definitely got to salute and applaud you guys, because that shit is not easy. It's not easy, and when you're in the driver's seat of, I mean, I've always been in the driver's seat of my own dream and all of that type of stuff, but when you do something like this, it's moving parts. I've got business partners. I've got people that have to, nobody does everything by themselves. Even when you were doing it, you were doing it with Danny and stuff like that. So, and Unc, what I'm saying? So me, not saying I didn't have any help, but if it just comes down to me having to do it, I had to do that part of it as far as hosting and all that type of stuff. But once I got on camera, I'm a natural. I've been doing this for so long. So it was dope. And what was dope is that now I'm doing this so I can actually give back. You don't want to sound cheesy, but I want to give back to the creator or to the, if I'm the journalist and that, my subject, whoever I'm interviewing, I want to give it to them. So it's like when you came on my show,
flowers,
you booked, of course you got your flowers, but you booked yourself, so to speak. So I want everybody to come on my show. I want to know when your schedule is, so we don't have to go through the back and forth. He told me when he wanted to be on my show, so it's almost like you booked yourself, because I actually am empowering myself. So I have the show, so you can, I can do it anytime I want, and I mean anytime. If you was to say 3 a.m. we thugging it out, then 3 a.m. we thugging it out. So that part of it is cool, but it's a learning experience. I'm on episode 8. I'm almost at 10. Just stacking them. I haven't hasn't dropped yet. I'm trying to give people something for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? I mean? Like
giving that bow on top.
Yeah, just something for the holidays. And like I said, I've been learning from the people that kind of. I mean, you guys still taught me the game and schooled me to the game, because I'm just being on your platform. I'm still learning. You told me make sure you can stock some stuff now, because you always did it like live, and then we came up to those problems and stuff like that. Not that it was a problem with you.
No, it was.
You were like, if I could do it a different way, So I'm just trying to add my flavor where I can add my flavor.
Exactly. Like with me is like I'm a gatekeeper.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
now off top, you told me to jump literally hop in.
Hop into the shit.
Jump into this. Show.
Like do this shit. Like even with the music shit. Like I tell people like. I write so many songs, do music, you know what I'm saying? I got a production team. I got artists that, that's dope as shit. You heard some of the songs. I said we played some of the songs on your show.
No, you ain't never played me nothing that wasn't fire.
Yeah,
I'm still patiently waiting, and I'm trying to get on, and I'm trying to get my artists on.
Yeah, I got that album, which I played you some shit off of. The goal is to drop at the end of the month. I noticed like with R&B,
this time
is everything's all timing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. With rap,
vibes.
Yeah, with rap you could just it's micro shit.
Right.
You could just
it's cuffing season right now.
Yeah,
it's cuffing season. It's cuddle season.
It's getting cold and shit. So
nippy.
Yeah, I want to give y'all something.
That she was arguing with. She finally said, "All right, these other motherfuckers ain't picking up the phone."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true.
And that goes to another thing. I think that's what messes up everything too. Is a lot of guys are simps.
Yeah.
So you got guys that they'll redo their whole life, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, but I'm just saying like how the process of things work. They'll redo their whole life and restructure everything that they got going for said woman, which is like again, I'm not saying whatever works for whoever, right?
Right.
But
you ain't got a preference. Yeah. Talk your shit.
But at the same time, it makes things harder if you got projects lined up.
Facts.
And like when I'm writing, like sometimes like I'm writing for a specific person, and that specific person's in love, or they can't feel the music the same, or they can't sing the music the same, rather than if they're going through a breakup or
that shit is real, because look, as we look like Jodeci, but just on some ooh, fiendin'. But the cool part about it is, it's like when you really think about it, it's like the older I get and the more that I'll sing and be melodic and stuff like that. You really got to give credit to R&B singers and stuff like that. because if you really try, which I really never really tried to sing. I always tell people I think I'm just a good, like I can mimic. Like if you play an R&B guy to sing and I can kind of, like I can sing with him. Or, I can kind of do that type of thing.
Yeah, that's me. That's me like in the car.
Right, I don't really think I'm a great singer.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a fucking shower. I got a Grammy in the shower too.
Yeah.
So when it comes to shit like that, it's a lot of emotion that goes in the singing, and to be honest, I mean, I don't think I got it in me to sing on stage when all those emotions are going. And then you start seeing when people sing and be crying and stuff on stage. It's real, Especially if these are things that they wrote. These are really their personal experiences and things like that.
And that's what I try to do when I write. Because like everybody knows I can't sing. I could rap. I could,
right.
I could write my ass off
for sure.
But like a lot of times, like I try to, if it's not me personally, I try to get a personal story that I put somebody in or whatever the case may be. And I try to write from their standpoint, but a lot of times I try to write from my standpoint. So like for example, like let's say we got Jules, right? She went through a heartbreak, right? Right. I'm only using her because I see her in the back.
Shouts out to Jules.
Shouts out to Jules. She went through a heartbreak. This dude did this, whatever. She had a situationship, and that she thought that was gonna work, and it didn't work, right? So, as a friend, I'm listening to her, and I'm like, now I'm feeling her shit, right? And so then, like, all right, I put my situations and how I feel about this is because I've been a boyfriend, been a fiance, been a side dude, boyfriend number 2. You know what I'm saying? Been all that, right?
I see what you're saying.
And I write from that perspective of the stories that they're telling me. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard writers talk about a lot of different ways to do it, but it's almost like like in the movies where a girl will be in a scenario or something like that, it should be like, oh my God, this guy's trying to talk to me. Can you just act like you're my boyfriend? You're doing that in a sense.
Yeah.
In that moment for the record.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fire.
So like, for example, like when I
or the ex, the guy that's you're like, tell me more about this. Tell me more.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's so fire. Like, with the situations when I wrote it with Todd, right? Like, I've been in situations before, right? But then at the same time, I had women that at the time when I was writing that song or coming up with that song, I had women tell me like, now I was in a so-called relationship for 5 years, but it wasn't a relationship; it was a situationship.
And they didn't know it.
And they didn't know it until they got out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Have they ever had to realize that? In the moment, that's what it sounds like you're getting to.
Yeah,
it sounds like sometimes you play Dr. Phil, Standout, then you write it like the Sean Garrett, The Pen, and The Dream.
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
Then in the moment, they might realize, oh shit, this whole 5 years was a lie, or I was the side chick, or that's deep. Man.
And like I'm gonna be, this is a great platform to be whatever you want. You can be vulnerable, you can be this, right? And so it's been times where I fucked up. Like in relationships or situationships and shit like that. So now I'm able to write the part where I fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like bring the shit to life. And you'll hear some of that on this new album that What a Time. You'll hear some of that where we got the guy talk about how he fucked up, he got to make it right, or he fucked up, but like it's a reason why he fucked up. You led me to this fuck up.
Right.
Not saying that it's right, but you led me to this shit.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No, because it's all those perspectives, and that's the good thing about you is you super non-biased, like unbiased about shit. Like, you know what I mean? As long as I've known you, you a straight shooter. You know what I mean? If the man is on bullshit. He on bullshit. If the woman's on bullshit, she on bullshit.
That's why when we do the panels, like all the times we did the panels, I'm like, look, I'm not fresh and fit. Fact. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell when a guy's doing wrong. I could tell when a woman's doing wrong. Facts. Whoever's doing wrong, I'm just like, I'm gonna call you on your shit. Facts. You know what I'm saying? If it's me that I'm doing wrong, I'm gonna call me on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fucking perfect. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect for anybody to be fucking perfect. I expect for you guys to come on here, talk your shit, of course, because I know you want to get your clips, but at the same time.
Which like, they're horrible at.
Women are fucking horrible. When you try to do that shit is terrible. That shit is fucking terrible. Like
Yeah.
Don't try to be viral. Just be you, and then we can make you viral. You know what I'm saying? Like
Trying to be viral never works.
Yeah,
I went viral not trying.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of times it'll be girls that be like, "Oh yeah. I'm not a prostitute, or I don't strip. I don't do this, blah blah blah." And then like the people see them out in person,
And they'll be like,
"Yeah, I thought this girl said she on hold. She walking through. I've been seeing her walking through my job for like 2 days. Like she, she's always sitting at the bar,
right?
Or she's always going up and down to the towers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or this girl, I don't do OnlyFans, but then like I got people in the inbox sending me OnlyFans. Like this girl's a liar.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of women. I mean, because I know this is very very nice set that we have here, but this is Las Vegas.
Yes.
So.
And then
it goes down.
And I had guys come on here, they'll cap a little bit or whatever, but I don't really bring too many guys out because like to me, unless it's like a one-on-one, like to me, a lot of guys, they'll try to act a different way in front of the females, thinking that they don't get the females and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And still doing that is nasty.
That's nasty work.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you just
trying to, you can't try to. I mean, there's no more impressing the hoes. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm gonna tell you how to press the hoes. This is free game. Always get free game, right? If you want to impress women, just be cool.
I was just about to say,
like, just be cool. Just be yourself.
Right.
Be cool. Put yourself first. Go get some money.
Right.
If you get some money, you can get anybody you want.
Facts.
Whether they're there for pure intentions or their alternative motives and shit like that. But if you want to get women, that's the easiest thing to me, right? Is getting women. I'm a 6'3", decent looking guy. I'm not no fucking
on the 6'3". I'm 6'4". I swear he's taller than me.
Nah, the boots.
And the hat.
Yeah, there you go. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get the women, look, you just smell good, fucking look decent, be cool, don't be too thirsty, and just be in your own aura.
No, man, because it's like, this is what I need people to really understand that happened with this whole podcasting thing.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with the whole podcasting thing is we from the era where these conversations matter, and only because the world got shut down, everybody finally got shut down enough to turn to their significant other or whoever and said, let's have a conversation.
Right.
So now we came up on this, you know what I'm saying? Our culture, playing cards, barbecue, sitting down, talking. We didn't need these apparatuses.
Hell no.
Okay. So now that everybody doing this, it's like, now you got to distinguish what's really solid and what's not really solid. Because can you really just sit and just have an unfiltered, organic conversation? I just say it because that word gets tossed around for too much. But can you just do like what we doing right now?
Nah, most people can't. They can't do that shit. Can't do that, man. And that's the thing is like the bullshit gets exposed.
Right.
You can only pause shit so much before you start smelling the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. And so,
but you was innovative. I just want to say real quick, you was innovative when it came to Vegas because you were the first person that was doing different podcasts, shows, interviews, what have you, at different locations. He was the first one that I seen doing that. And that was one of the things that I was like, that's fire. And he was doing three separate shows. He had his regular show that he was doing. It's basically 4 because I can pull up the other shit that you was doing on the side.
Oh,
I'll leave you alone there. Yeah. But he had the first one, which is the original joint. Then you had the after hours. Then he had Champagne Talkz. So it's like, I always wanted to link up with people that were multifaceted. You know what I'm saying? So but since he's so low key, I got to give him his flowers because I'm the frivolous guy that runs around and does all that type of stuff. No, for sure.
That's what he's going to get on too.
You're one of the first persons to tell everybody this motherfucker go on every podcast. So love for that.
This is the difference between I know that we get along and shit like that, but this is the difference between me and he's always out. 100%. You don't know what he does, but he's always out. You don't know when he sleeps. But it's all if you look at the Instagram, it's like I call it the rice tickers and shit.
Right.
Like you just see it's like times that I tell him hey dog, I hope you know that I'm probably not gonna repost this shit because I gotta repost like that.
I just tag him so he knows I'm live.
And so he's a person that people know him. Like you never like. This is one thing I never seen. I never seen him drive, and I never seen him not in front of a camera. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't drive here, so
he's always somewhere and never drives. He like when I first met him, he had a fucking chauffeur or some shit like that.
Hey, my people, you miss my dog for that. Hey, my mom used to tell people I was the first Uber before Uber, and all of my partners used to be like, "This nigga Skyfall." Like he just falls.
Like, he just like I'm like. This nigga just pulled up out the back seat and they opened the door.
Oh yeah, you remember that? Yeah, no, that's my dog. I'm the party. They gotta call me when you're high school. You gotta call me, and then all my friends we get dressed at my spot. I got all the clothes. I'm not gonna be. I'm not one of those that I got all the clothes. You can't get dressed. You can only wear one outfit at a time. Just go ahead. So we all look fly. I want the whole team.
That's fact.
But you remember how you?
Yeah, you know, like I'm more the low key guy. Like I'm the one that has like all the mystique and shit. Like I don't barely post me.
Facts.
Like I'll post motivational quotes and shit like that,
100%.
And like other people's shit, whatever. And if I post somebody else's thing, I'm only gonna post it like once. They get one post maybe for the day or for the week or whatever, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
But for me, like I still like mystique because I'm an out of the way type of dude.
No, 100%.
And then like you know what I'm saying?
But see, you both. So that's what fucked my head up because that's true.
Yeah.
But then. Met you now, known you almost 6, 7, 8 years. So it's like you got personality out the wazoo. No, what's your phrase? You said you're the popular introvert.
Yeah, the popular introvert.
So first off, I've never heard this phrase in my fucking life. Second off, it's genius. Third off, it's true. So it's like he's got the popularity. You know how to talk. You know to hold your own, but you can be ducked off. But I'm about to be more like you. You know what I'm saying? I'm hustling to be seen. I'm grinding to disappear. So I'm in grind mode. Hustling to be seen.
That makes I get it. It was understood. Don't need to explain.
All that price is going up stuff. The price is about to be.
You know, it's funny that you say that because like I was moving and stuff like that, and one of my partners, he was like, "Hey man, we got the show this weekend." I was like, "Damn, I already knew what show it was because you already invited me to."
Oh, right.
And so I'm like, I'm gonna try to make it, but he's like, "Hey, G6 is gonna be there though," and I'm like, "All right, yeah." He told me,
right.
And he said, "Yeah, and this person gonna be there, and they probably gonna be with G6." And I'm like, "They gonna no?" He said with G,
right.
And I'm like, "Okay, cool." You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm gonna try to make it, but like the timing is just like,
you got
like if it was more like a night thing, then I could have made it, but. Like it was more of like a daytime type of. He's like, yeah, from 12 to 4 or something like that. Yeah,
from 4. It led. It was dope though. Shouts out to Matty Ice and the Rap Arena. And
I seen that shit. Like
it was dope.
Kind of funny. I had this is how everything comes back around full circle. I had a couple guys that I used to coach football.
Oh yeah, that's what you told me.
They used to coach. I used to coach football. He raps now, and I look on Instagram. He's on there, and another kid I used to coach. He's a rapper now and shit. But let me remind you, they're in their 20s and shit.
Right.
And
oh, that's true.
So I was like, damn, everything comes around full circle because you start seeing people on different shit. Like, damn, I used to coach this. I used to do business with this motherfucker. I used to, I used to shake hands with that.
That's one thing I did. Since you bring up the Rap Arena, that I did like about that event because. Rather it was 1,000 people, however many people it was, you know what I'm saying? What was dope is that, you know what I'm saying, I turned to Jules when we were there and I said, what's dope about this is you get to go to a place in Vegas, you go in and it gave you that paid in full feel. Man, what's up, man? You know everybody. Everybody.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about nothing. We all. It's just that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody. I don't know if you was talking about Rico, but shouts out to Rico. He killed it.
I was just about to say
shouts
it too.
Out to Ali. She killed it.
It wasn't Rico, but it was people that.
Okay, got you. Got to Wavy. Everybody that was there. Shouts out to them. Bonnie Drip, who ended up winning and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Dylan. Shouts out to everybody that really did their thing. But I just thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? As far as somebody that can put together something. Everybody just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Having a good, genuine. Because I think I'm going through that chapter in my life right now, man, because, come on, man. What haven't I done? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that with,
too. Like, what's next?
Right, and I'm saying that with as little ego as possible. Like not even trying to go crazy. But it's like, I remember my guy Thompson was like, he was like, man, we just got to get back to doing regular stuff. Like, you got to get back to doing regular stuff. And it's like even when you hear people like, saying your name and stuff like that. Thompson said, "Hey, do y'all remember, the guy that y'all talk about? Like, that's our friend. Like, Gio's our friend. G6 is our friend. G's our friend." So it's like, and it's crazy because like I said, I be going through a lot, but it's crazy when he said that. As crazy as it sounds, it's like I forgot it because sometimes in the midst of this, I forget. Like, you be going back and forth with niggas over dumb shit. And when he said it, it was like, well, damn, I know they forgot because I forgot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, G, I'm looking at people now and they don't even do regular stuff no more, man. We got to get back to, because we did everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did everything, and trying to do something to make yourself feel like you've accomplished something is defeating the point of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Remember we were talking about the whole travel thing, and we're not going to talk to you. You can travel anywhere.
Yeah.
But remember we were talking about the psychology of it, and we know why women like to do it and people like to do it. But if you don't want to travel just because that is you're a traveler, this is who you were, and this is just the person you are, cool. But if you have to go somewhere to feel like you've accomplished, air quotes, something, I don't know. I've never been like that. And it's like, look, you're in the United States. Look, we can be in any LA, Vegas. You want to go to China? We can go to Chinatown here. You damn near can get every experience. And I'm not knocking traveling and stuff like that. But you get what I'm saying?
I do. I think that, like we was talking about earlier, it all depends on what you're doing it for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because some people, like, they do it for the vanity.
Right.
Sometimes you get lost in the vanity because, like, that's not you. You get what I'm saying? And so then you got people that just do it because they're just doing it, like, in organic. The shit is organic, and when the shit is organic, like, it makes life way more easier. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, they're fucking mental fucked up,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
And hey, to be fair, fucked up mental people, mine ain't the greatest all the time. Like, that shit's a everyday battle. You know what I'm saying? Just living this life. Like, and to me, I see, like, just all the things that maybe you didn't cry about or the things that you didn't lash out about now at this age I'm going through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hey, man, like I said, I used to feel the same way because we used to be like, everybody want to talk about mental health and jump on the mental health thing, like, because it got overblown. But, I started going through real shit, and then it's like, I'm going to be nice. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, it's just like, some people, when they get into that mental health bag and shit, they're not doing it because it's like genuine. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it. They're just doing it because they're trying to ride that wave. You know what I'm saying? Goodness. And so,
you're right.
Like, I say it on every show. I tell people, like, people should probably get therapy. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go talk to somebody, but, like, just like this right here, this is therapy. This is therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is another reason why I do the fucking podcast, is because this shit is like fucking therapy. Like, just talking to people.
You seem like somebody that people could come to before this.
Yeah, that's what people always came to me, like, venting and shit. I'll listen. Even if I don't want to, I'll listen and I try to get feedback. I don't really have too much sympathy, so I can't sympathize all the time. But it was an instance, like, recently, you know what I'm saying, like, on some business type shit that got, like, kind of turned into, like, life shit. Like, I was just going through it.
Right.
And then, like, I was thinking, like, I tell people, and we talk about this, I was telling people, like, look, man, like, having a whole bunch of women is cool, but when you get there and you done it, like, it's no longer what you're looking for. It's not the, like, if you got women, but they can't, like, identify when you're going through something,
right?
Then, or if you have a woman, she can't identify when you're going through something, and you can't just, like, she can't just take the shit away. Like, I'm not looking for you to be my healer.
Right.
But what I'm looking for is you, like, to let me know that, okay, like, I know I got the world on my fucking shoulders and shit. But at the end of the day, I can have solace and peace.
Hell yeah.
And we could turn it off for a little bit, and we could try to figure out some shit, and then I could get back to putting the world back on my shoulders and shit. Yeah. And, like, sometimes we get caught up in everything else, and so then if we don't got that person like that, going back to the mental, it'll fuck with our mental, because we trying to carry everything and juggle everything, and we can't be vulnerable You know what I'm saying? We can't be. I'm not telling
Especially as a man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We don't know. We
don't know.
We never taught that. We're learning it now, trying to do that stuff now. So no, you're cooking, 100%.
Yeah, it's like, I think men should have a woman that they could. You should never be 100% vulnerable. Because then she gonna look like you really lump head ass nigga.
Right, of course.
But vulnerable with certain shit where like I said, she just brings just a little bit of peace, and she don't even have to do shit to bring peace. It's just like, just listen to me.
No. I need you.
Yeah.
Now I may not never need you. Obviously, that's being facetious. Of course, at some point I'm going to need you.
Yeah.
But just be there when I need you.
Yeah.
For the most part, since we're the men, we're not really going to necessarily need you.
Yeah.
But my thing is I don't want the woman to necessarily need me 100% either.
Yeah, neither.
I want you to do your thing, I do my thing, and if we want each other, I think us wanting each other is a little bit more valuable than us quote unquote needing each other. Maybe we'll need each other from the want, but I don't want to just need you and then you just need me. That ain't the vibes.
All I just wanted to feel is appreciated and desired.
Yeah.
So that's all. That all comes with the respect. You know what I'm saying? All that love shit is cool.
Yeah.
But so women, it's funny because like the pretty girls that I dated or been in relationships, like, why you fucking with a 7 or 6?
Right. Well, we talked about
it. I'm like, look, I'll take a solid 7 any day that I could have that with, rather than take a 9 or a 10 that like I can't, like, it's just,
that's the only value though, because we talk about that all the time. That's the only value. And okay, once you're a beautiful model, once you're a beautiful actress, once you're a beautiful whatever, the value. Okay, we are intimate. We have some good times. Where's the value after that? There's probably not going to be much value after that. And then after that, then we got to sit back and go peel back the layers. Who is this person? All of that type of stuff. It's like nobody got time to do all that type of stuff unless the value. Every relationship right now is almost like how the labels is looking at an artist. You just got to show up ready. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think a lot of women, and I'm not hammering, I'm not getting on women. I'm just
no.
Like,
I
love women.
I blame men all the time.
Yeah, because we're gonna get on men next.
Sure.
But
well, you got on men first. You said they were simps.
Yeah, a lot of guys they just simp out, and it's not good. It makes the marketplace fucked up, But it's a lot of women that only think that their value is within their vagina.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look, listen. Pussy is easy. Like, I don't have to have a relationship to get pussy.
Nope.
And if you do, like, if you do like such caliber, like, that comes easy. Like, I could send out 3 texts like the bat signal and shit. They come, he'll come to the studio type shit. And
it's like, damn, man, the fact that it's that easy, yes, because you're on that level, but it's just like the fact that it's still that easy. There's a part of you, because you're a morality based person. You're off it. The easier it does it. That's not a draw for you.
It's not a draw no more.
Right. That's not alluring.
Yeah, I chased that shit in like the 20s and shit. And so like, the thing that a lot of times when women, they get mad at me, like, you're an attention seeker. No, I'm not an attention seeker. It's just that you're not giving me the right amount of attention. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not giving me the right amount of attention, I move around, and especially if I bring it up to you, I'm gonna move around, because that's just me. You know what I'm saying?
But see, you basically said it like so a woman can understand it. So when you say it like that, it's like, yeah, that's how y'all be saying it. They don't like it when it's delivered directly that way.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, cool. Well, you're not giving me that type of attention. Oh, cool. You're not giving me that type of attention either.
Yeah.
What? It's like, what? You said it. I just said it directly right back to you.
Like,
they don't want to hear that.
And sometimes if you're not around the right woman, they think that attention is like just blowing you up, whatever. Nah. Attention is making sure the shit that on my back end is good. Like, for example, you got your G6 metaverse. Let's say that, right? Right. And so your girl giving you attention is making sure the back end of the shit is done. Fact. Making sure, like, if you go to her spot, your spot, or if you guys live together, that is a sanctuary, right? 100%. And so if you can't call where you lay your head at a sanctuary, then that's just a trap. You know what I'm saying?
You're not lying. I just told my guy Thompson yesterday that I didn't have a dad, so it was very few gems that I remember that the men that was in my life that I would so they would tell me. And I was just telling Thompson the other day, my aunt Janice, she married Keith. Keith used to work he was head of creative affairs at ASCAP.
So he had like a pager, like he had 2 pagers, huh?
He had pagers, and I think that was the Motorola.
Was Keith bald headed, or did he have?
No, he had dreads.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Because most Keiths, they're either bald, they have dreads, or they never a fade.
They never had a fade. No, he never had a fade. He had dreads. He got a beard. Shouts out to my guy Keith. But he always told me, he said straight up, he said, G. And this was when him and my aunt, they weren't, they didn't make it. They ended up getting divorced or whatever. But this was before this had happened. And he said, G, it's 2 things you never wanna do. And I'll never forget it. He said, you never want to work a job that you just don't love. Like you just never want to do something you just don't love.
Right.
Like, don't do something you just don't love. He was living his purpose. He loved doing that, music and stuff. And then he said, and you never want to just wake up and the first thing every person does is you wake up and you look at your wife or you look at your significant other. And he said, you never just want to look at her and you're just like, what the fuck am I looking at? He said, you just never want to do that. And I was 19 when he said it. And I was like, I don't know. It stuck with me.
Yeah, that's game. Speaking of, that's some good game. Like, they got nuggets that, like, you met my uncle, Big Unc.
Oh yeah, for sure. Uncle's a man.
Yeah, he used to drop a lot of jewels, and sometimes I got right away, sometimes I didn't. Because again, I didn't have my dad but I had a lot of solid male role models and shit. A lot of male figures and shit, like my grandpas and shit. Some of my uncles are junkies and shit. But
everybody
football
got
coaches,
a drunk uncle in their family.
Yeah, they got a drunk and a dope head. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so, like he sent me with a lot of different jewels that, like Keith, he sent me with a lot of different jewels that that really stuck with me. And one of the jewels that really stuck with me, I remember we was driving. He's like, "Look, every 3 years a man got to reinvent himself."
Told me that one.
And I said, yeah, that's dope. And he said, and another jewel was like, look, you build yourself, put yourself first, and don't get lost behind women. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna meet great women, you're gonna meet good women, you're gonna meet amazing women. But at the end of the day, if you get lost behind that and you lose yourself, then nobody's gonna take you serious.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, get your shit right first. Don't He was the same dude that told me don't over hustle, and that just shit didn't stick with me. Like don't burn yourself out from a whole bunch of different hustles because,
right.
Coming up, especially as a youngster, like I was boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure I don't even know when I fucking slept. Like be honest with you, like now that I think back at it. And
where were you? I needed that advice.
Man, we was every time we driving, he was like, nephew, put some Boys to Man on her. He's listening to Boys to Man or Tank or something like that.
It's funny, Keith used to always listen to 112.
Yeah, see, they always listen to some R&B shit, dropping jewels and shit. You know what I mean?
To my first New Edition concert.
See, like that's good game. And you don't all that shit doesn't resonate till you get older and you start living life. Speaking of good game, like I watch your son. You know what I'm saying? Like I like your son because he has my last name. His first name is my last name. He's like, anywho.
Iverson Jordan Smith, man.
And so
Joe Dominguez prospect.
Fucking, I watched him when he was like middle school and now he's in high school and shit like that. So
crazy, taller than me, taller than both of us.
Yeah, man. Dog, I'm like, God damn, he sprouted out and everything. So being a dad.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Like doing all this shit. Like you say, you never had your father in your life. You know what I'm saying? He's a one man band show. Like one woman band show. You had your mom.
For sure.
Once try to give you the best life. But sometimes, every boy needs a male role model or a father in his life.
No, for sure. For sure.
And going back to that, I see you guys. Y'all be shooting hoops, you be, always at his games and shit like that, whatever.
Nah, for sure. Like, I mean, my son is everything. But before I answer this question, let me do it the right way, because every time I get asked a question about how I raised my son and stuff like that, I have to apologize that I always forget to say that the means for me to do all of the things that I do is thanks to God and the mother of my child.
Shout out to
you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jocelyn. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do any of the things that I'm doing because how can I run around and do all these million things without her being able to, you know, take care of our son. So definitely shouts out to you, Jocelyn, for sure. Because, you know, it was funny because the last time we had she was like, you did a great interview. And she was like, so everybody says, how do you do it all? And I'm saying all these things. And she's like, you forgot how you do it. And she's right. You know what I'm saying? When you're right, you're right. So my thing is you gotta be fair. So
yeah, because some
and I got a great child's mother. She's a good one. So you know So you gotta salute those because Lord Jesus, it could be a whole lot worse.
Yeah. Because my son's mom, she's a good mom. Sometimes a lot of times she gets on my nerves. She does bonehead shit that we have to fix later on.
Of course.
But you know, overall, you know what I'm saying? Like she does her best as a mom, and it makes it easier for me.
Overall. You know? So I just wanted to answer that succinctly, very, very official. But when it comes to just everything that I got to do, you know, as far as my son, it's just a lot of things, man. Because I was there the whole time from beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know, remember we talked about a lot of men weren't with the mother of their child while she was pregnant. Some guys got to just, you know, skeet nerd and leave, and then they get the kid and they show back up. You know, going through the whole process of all of that type of stuff, and then, you know, didn't work out, what have you, was still good. And then around 2016, that's when I moved to Vegas. So it was like around 10 where it was like I had to lay the foundation, and then it was like, okay, I got to do what I got to do so I can give you the things that I didn't have as well. And I also don't want to be all up under you because from what I know, and no one talks about this, and you know, I don't give a fuck. It's a free platform. We gonna talk our shit. A lot of people that I know that had great fathers turned into be bitch ass niggas, and I don't understand it.
That is true.
It throws me off. Yeah. Like you had all of the guidance, but so I'm a great father. So I'm like, if I'm always up under you and you don't understand or get a little taste of doing things on your own, you might turn out softer than you need to be at this, that, and the third. So I need to, just wanted to find a way to balance it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to.
Him understanding, I've been at all your games for the first 15 years of this, that, and the third. Every single this, that, and the third. Now when you're in high school, I need you to go for 30 and you look in the rafters and I'm not there. Or your mom's not there and you still got to go for 30. And no one's there, and you still got to go for 30. Okay, we'll be at the next game or the other game. So it's just, you know, training your mind because at the end of the day, everything is psychology.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was first, but that was dope. Then getting him to North, he got to high school, did his thing. Last 2 years, Lil Rocky, I almost fucked up his coach because his coach was out of pocket doing some weird shit. I asked this coach a question, like, just tell me why you stopped playing my son, because he wasn't feeling good and there was a problem. And he said, you know, ask your son. I'm like, listen, I'm in front of you. We men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not going to do that. So.
Yeah. You know, it gets a little tricky because, like, a lot of times, like, I learn a lot of coaches, they're not actually coaching. They're doing the things for accolades and you know, and
or trying to fulfill their lack thereof. Because once we did the research on him, he played VAR, averaged 0 points and stuff. So it was like he shouldn't even be no head coach. Look, every high school out there, if the person went to your school and was on VAR and averaged 0, don't bring them back 10 years later to coach the goddamn team. It just don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah. Well, that goes to show that a lot of times they didn't have the applicants that they needed. So they go.
So it was a bad situation, but I got him up out of that. You know, last year I didn't put hands on him. I played. He was an Asian. Once again, he's in Torrance. It's Asians and stuff. You know, no knock to the Asians.
Hey, I grew up because you know,
no knock to the Asians, but we playing basketball.
Yeah, so I grew up in Carson. Torrance is right there.
Right, exactly. You totally understand. So now he's at Rancho Dominguez. You know,
they were good back. You know, with Trevor Ariza went there. Then.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he's there. He's doing his thing, and he's on the AAU team. He plays with Kawhi Leonard's son. Yeah, so you know he's doing his thing. Iverson Jordan Smith. We're trying to get him into Pepperdine. You know, so
that's dope.
Shouts out to the athletic director of Pepperdine. Shouts out to my guy Jason Whiteman, who's you know, he's got a connection with them. So. You know, we just
Pepperdine is a good school.
Yeah. I mean, Malibu, he gets to stay there.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, you don't need to average 90 points to go there. Just do your thing, be solid. And you know, he's a good-looking kid. His name's Iverson Jordan Smith. Let's go. Let's handle the NIL situation, and you know, let's just have a good day.
Give him some bread in his pocket.
Put some bread in his pocket, man.
I think that's one of the biggest things now. Like, I mean, being that you are in management, is now these athletes, they got the NIL, they could get in high school, middle school, college. When we were growing up, that's the pivot right there.
Well, the pivot is because since you brought up my son, the pivot is the management's been doing great, we're killing it, but at the end of the day, we're going to always transition or pivot into more of a marketing situation, and then that sector, then I'm going to pivot into going from Ari Gold. Everybody knows I love Entourage. Shouts out to Mark Wahlberg. I'm going to pivot into Jerry Maguire and just be a sports agent, get my son into the league, fall back with Terrence, do a couple shows. We can get some Emmys. Then I can get my Grammy with Terrence as well. We can do a Grammy. Because, I want the EGOT. I want the Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. So that's my goal. I get the EGOT. My son gets into college. I mean, the NBA, God is the greatest, but let's just make sure that he gets to college. I'm good.
And it's crazy because, like, in reality, biologically, I only have one child, but it's kids that don't share the same DNA as me. That's right. You know what I'm saying? That
gotcha.
Like I'm always gonna protect. Even some of my players, like what I'm saying, like I'm always gonna protect.
You got heart like that, and like you got like I don't want to talk about your ladies, but what you just seem the type that if you were cool with a woman that had a child, seem like that.
They always
I don't want to put you out there.
No, that's exactly how I am. Like the child or the children didn't do anything. Like maybe me and their mom didn't work.
Baby boy, fuck them kids.
Yeah, fuck them goddamn kids. Nah, but
I had one kid for a reason.
Yeah, me too. I thought I thought I did everything right, and then the shit comes around full circle and shit like that. You meet people, you get with people, and then you coach kids, and you know what I'm saying, all the nine and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I try to be available for children, especially the ones that like their fathers is not really active. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to look at me as a father, but look at me as a person that you could look up to.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you some free game. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong, but I'm gonna congratulate you when you're right. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there. If you want to come learn how to do what the fuck I do, look. Like I tell my son, I tell anybody that's shit. Everybody's my son. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, when you do coach, I used to coach. I used to coach younger kids and stuff. You seem like that. Did you see that viral clip when the kid was like, "Man, don't quit the team." He was like, "Man, don't quit the team, man." You know what I'm saying? Because if you do this, man.
Oh yeah.
Man, that shit had me emotional.
Yeah.
Because it's like I wish I had something like that. And what was dope about when I got to press my son's coach. Is my son was just right there, and it's like he don't give a fuck. He just was like, like my dad got to tell my coach what the issue was. I never had that. I always we all had coach issues with your coach, and the coach is a bitch ass motherfucker. Your mom can't go talk to the coach.
Yeah,
you need your dad to be like, hey, yo, what the fuck is up?
Yeah.
Like I never had that.
Put when I saw that
in
that motherfucker.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. When I saw that shit had a nigga emotional. So and you seem like one of them type because you tall.
Yeah,
and you played football, so it's like these kids are not. It's just
I'm
it's just like me managing
on your behalf. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. If it's football, basketball, whatever. Like if there's something wrong going on. I'm gonna speak on their behalf, but at the same time, like if they fucking up, by all means, like they need to be disciplined.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it goes because like with coaching or being a male figure to everybody, it's all about is life. I'm not giving you lessons on this fucking. I play chess, you know what I'm saying? So I'm giving you life lessons and shit.
You
know
play chess like shit because my thing is you play chess and you just play chess, meaning you just play it. There was he didn't prompt me like, yo, G, I'm about to start coaching. You just start coaching.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, oh, I'm about to start doing pot. You just start doing it. Like, and, same with me, I just start doing stuff. And you're like, oh, G's doing this now. Like, we don't really have to do all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you a doer. You've
Yeah,
never
that's
been
all I do.
nothing else. So like I said, salute to that and coaching and
Appreciate
giving
it.
back and with the community and all that type of stuff.
Well, that's
Like
why I try to
said,
align
you seem like one of the
myself with
motherfuckers that
people like
would have
that.
definitely went viral. That's why I would definitely want to bring you along to like do skits and stuff, like because you got the vibes. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could come
Yeah.
to skits with me and go viral. Like,
Yeah, just like that fucking paternity court shit. Like he called me out.
oh yeah. So wait, talk about that because we didn't even talk about that
Yeah.
on your show. Let's talk about that for a quick second.
Yeah.
I booked my guy on this paternity show, and it damn near got 100,000 views.
Yeah.
Probably by now.
Yeah.
How was the experience?
It was cool, so I met the two women and, we chopping it up. We kind of running behind on schedule and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm trying like the role that the producer gave me, like, it was kind of corny. And he's like, you gotta be a pastor. I'm like, let me put my spin on it. Let me, so I added a little bit of my shit.
Breezy,
but,
right?
Yeah, I added a little bit of my shit. But then, that's when I really realized that like people of different cultures, like, he's black, but he's more like on the African, side, it's different. Yeah.
100%.
And so they look at humor and stuff different from how we look at it. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's African or Haitian, one of them. I don't want to get fucked up. But
They hate that shit.
yeah, it's like calling a Mexican a Cuban or something like that. They fucking hate that shit.
We was talking about that on the last one when you was talking about the Jamaicans.
Yeah.
You was right.
They hate this shit,
They
man.
hate that shit. You right.
His humor was a little bit different from my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm like, oh, this is going to sound corny as shit coming like this. And you know what I'm saying? Let me make it more realistic.
Right.
So like people would gravitate a little bit more, but
Thugged it out, nigga.
Yeah, it was
This nigga
cool.
thugged it out. And then after he thugs it out, he gets mad. Once again, I'm sure you didn't even look at it. Like you didn't, because he just lived his life. He doesn't.
I watched it. I sent it out to people and I just.
And that was it.
That's it. I'm not really posting
So
it.
that's what happened with me when my shit hit.
Yeah.
Literally, I did the fucking shit, and my partner Jordan, shouts out to Jordan, he just sent me the video and said, "Good video." Didn't say views, didn't do nothing. I clicked it, 6 million views on the first day. So then after it did that, and then then I was like, oh shit, that's on Facebook. Then I went and looked at YouTube. Then I was like, oh shit, 10 million on YouTube? Then I went and looked at TikTok.
I think
That's when you start learning about the game, because it's like everybody on TikTok, I think I got another like 10, 15 million on TikTok, but then everybody starts making a different TikTok account just so they can repurpose your content so they can get the views and then the ads.
Yeah,
So
that's how they do it.
So with going viral outside of, lucrative, all that good stuff, I'm learning that. Like, you're learning the game behind the virality, which is not a word, but the whole viral.
Yeah, because you had one of their biggest views.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I look at.
Yeah, when you went, yeah. It's the most, it was, I mean, it broke a record. I mean, it was the most one that day. But they do views all the time. Like I said, shouts out to Network Media. I'm not even going to take it away. And like I said, I went on their set. I'm an actor with them.
Mm-hmm.
They have all these extravagant, dope sets and stuff like that. It was in a courtroom. So if anybody wants to go Google, cop tries to arrest judge, you'll see me. Now, if you Google that hashtag, now that happened to be almost 3 weeks ago. Now it's almost at 3-4 billion views. I mean, just as a totality. But and once again, can anybody even know that? My team did their best, but. Yeah, but no, you're right, because like I said, there's other ones. I mean, Network Media, they average 10 billion views a month. So let me not, whatever.
Yeah, no. They
my
do
shit
numbers.
is a drop in the bucket. What's dope about it is, I won't cut you off, but what's dope about it is that I forget that you've experienced it. So me talking about it isn't just me over here talking, trying to flex me going viral or whatever. And you can't practice going viral. I think it's oxymoronic to say, like, going viral means you don't know, you have no control over it, you didn't plan it. Now, some people can plan going viral, but they already have hundreds of thousands of viewers and stuff like that. I don't have that on my personal platforms.
Well, let's speak to to all the shows that you did, right? And because you did a lot of shows and you did a lot of
This is the
podcasts.
best platform I've ever.
Thank you.
Because last time you did that,
Yeah. This definitely is though.
definitely is.
Let me talk my shit.
He caters. He was the first one that was sponsored. Hey, Maddie, he was sponsored by Bel Air before y'all. No.
Yeah, it's it. Sneak. We had Sneak Apparel.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
had, shout out to Sneak.
Sneak's coming out here for the one of the fashion shows, I believe.
yeah, we gotta redo the interview.
Yeah, for sure.
We had a couple other little sponsors and shit like that. Even with like Todd Zach, like when he sold his albums, shout out to Todd.
Yeah, for sure.
He sold his album. He's coming out with another one.
He made a lot of money off
candles
and
candles and shit. He's I get around people that like that's innovators and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's entrepreneurs, innovators and stuff like that.
And talented. I mean, Todd's talented.
He's very talented. He's gonna be on the album too. He has two songs on there, 2 or 3 songs.
Are you on the album?
Actually I am.
Doing
it's me rapping,
not writing, singing, rapping.
Of course is but it's me rapping.
Okay.
It's I got.
He will not. He still won't play me nothing with him on it.
Yeah.
I've yet.
Don't worry, because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to certain things. So like I can't. Like if it's up me, I can't give a rough. You know what I'm saying? If it's up me,
like it's Friday. Like when can I come to your house? Like nigga, you can't.
Yeah.
When can I come fuck up?
I can't give out a rough because once I send that out,
it's out there.
If it's out there, you know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And so
this shit better be Dr. Dre, man. It better not be no damn Talkz.
No, man, it's some fucking
next month, November.
I will like for it to because the music industry closed at the end of December.
Right.
100%. You know what I'm saying? So
and you already know the offices is finicky right now. Fiscal year October.
Mm-hmm. So like that's why I'm trying to get it before, like even well before Thanksgiving, because I'm trying to have it out this year. Because if you put it out during that time,
and then just market it next year,
yeah. Because
I got you. You already know I help whatever.
If all that shit people fail to realize, and we could talk about this real quick. Fucking timing is everything. So if I put something out on that time, it might not even get really nominated or traction or whatever to the following fiscal year.
Right. Or especially
quarters are important. Like
it's Grammy season right now, right? Yeah. Aren't the Grammys like right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, this is Grammys right now.
They're getting Grammys. They already had to have their music out.
Right.
The first 2 quarters.
Right. And they already been nominated.
Year.
And so what you're saying is okay, so like right now, one of my friends, Candace Wakefield, shouts out to Candace, she's doing the little Grammy campaign thing, but I'm pretty sure she got nominated for this year's Grammy last year. What you're saying. So,
it's like, so people don't realize is like always the same thing with like podcasts. Like, so, I'm an analytics guy and stuff. So I get analytics and it shows like what position I'm in Nevada, what position I'm in here, what position I'm in this country, in the West Coast at this and that. And so you got to make your final push before a certain amount of time, because now all this is generated. If it's after a certain time, like after, let's say, Black Friday, then it counts, all this stuff starts counting as the next year. And shit.
Oh, right. You're right. Right.
That's what a lot of people don't know. It's like they be like, "Oh, put it up," but like now you got to play the timing game.
But that's why everybody's scrambling. I'm noticing a lot of people are scrambling. I was telling Jules about that. We were talking about that the other day. I was like, because it feels like the pandemic when everybody was spending money on services. So somebody from me doing marketing. Oh yeah, because everybody had money. So it's like now at the end of the year, it's like all of you fucking artists that didn't do shit for 10 months and now y'all trying to scrounge, do a video or put me on a podcast G. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
you're sending me money and budgets and all that type of stuff now for this, but it's like, sure, but it feels a bit crammy. It feels like you guys are kind of cram on this test. And you're not going to pass in 2026 if you just do this little bit now. Because I know y'all. You're going to do this now.
What's happening.
And then January, February, you're going to be, where the fuck are you at? And then summertime, you're going to pop back out. It's this, and then it becomes, you wonder why your algorithm is going like this.
That's a good analogy.
Like that.
It's like, when you're trying to get eligible, so you're trying to hurry up and do all your work before, you know what I'm saying? And like just to try to bring your grades back up so you can stay eligible. Like that's that. But
okay, cool. But now, like you said, time after time, now we're grown. But we didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all fun and games and cool and this, that, and the third. But we didn't learn anything. And if we didn't learn anything, if we didn't get the data, because now at this point, I just want to be a data analysis. Like, just call me a director and a data analysis, because I direct everything that's going on, except for this. You guys are doing a great job. And I'm just a data analysis. Just give me the data. I will acclimate to the data I have. I will accommodate you based on the data I have, things like that.
And that's another thing. Speaking of data, like AI is like taking over a lot of people's shit.
I just got Meta AI the other day, and I'm trying not to go crazy because you know me.
Yeah,
this shit is fucking fun.
So it's like a gift and a curse. It's fun, and then like you could do a lot of things, but then like
because we know what it is.
Yeah, essentially is taking X amount of jobs, X amount of people's skill, X amount of this, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like a gift and a curse. Catch-22 is like a lot of these movies fucking warned us.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I'm saying? They like The Matrix. Like The Matrix is a perfect movie. Like all 3, 4.
Facts.
They literally warned us about a lot of this shit that's gonna go on. And then like, same like relationships, life, you know, all that shit. Like you gotta take which pill you gonna take. You know what I'm saying? Like, which part of life? Which part of life are you gonna be the one that's comfortable, that's stuck, that takes this pill, that just want to go with the flow, or are you gonna be the one that's introspective, that takes this pill? You might have to get it out the mud, but like, your whole life is like, you know what I'm saying? No. So it's like which pill do you take in life? You know,
to take Memphis Bleak. You know, he got his podcast. Memphis Bleak.
He got 2 restaurants out here too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, restaurant and bar. My bad.
Oh, that's fire.
Restaurant's
man.
pretty nice. It's Italian restaurant.
And, everybody over there, Rock Nation and shit. But he said, motherfuckers will take that E pill. They'll take that Molly. He said, but they'll take every pill, the red pill, the blue. He didn't say this part, so let me add on. Memphis. They'll take that red pill. They'll take that blue pill, but they won't take that reality pill. That's what Memphis said. He said that everybody will take every pill, but they don't want to take that reality pill.
Yeah.
That's the motherfucking real pill that you need to take.
Once you see life pass you by, then you have nothing shit to show for it, and then you know, being comfortable is the worst thing that you could do as a man.
Yes.
I mean, bad for women too.
Yeah.
Really bad for women, but women could kind of pivot just a little bit. They have that special superpower where they could just pivot a little bit, and they could bounce back. If a man gets too comfortable and he doesn't pivot,
he's a zombie.
He's good as dead. You know what I'm saying? Like
because what it is everything comes back full circle. Excuse me, to what you're saying. What you were saying earlier, purpose, walking with purpose. I had a great conversation with my guy Kenyon. You know, shouts out to Kenyon. He's over in LA at the Network Studios. I'm gonna get you over there too. Mm-hmm. We in LA. We were talking about that.
Yeah.
With Coke Studios and stuff too. But it's if you're not moving with purpose, like you said, and you said people are moving with vanity, and that's why I pivoted to us talking about trying to be normal. Remember?
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're not moving with purpose and knowing that you are a vessel and knowing that, you know, it's all about, like, we know we ain't gonna take them to church, but at the end of the day, it's all about whatever higher power you believe in. If the higher power you believe in manifests you to believe in yourself, let's run with that. But a lot of people, they're not moving with no purpose. Like you said, move with purpose. Know what you're doing and why you're doing it, or you're dead out here. You're literally dead. And I noticed that the conversation I was having with my partner, I was like, it's crazy, man, because it's like I'm so numb to life now just based on everything. Motherfuckers is dying and I'm not feeling anything. And he told me, and we grew up in a church. Well, like I said, that's my dog. He said, G, you don't even beat yourself. Because I was starting to beat myself up. I don't really got a good relationship with death and stuff like that. Like, I don't really go to, we talk about, I sing flowers. I don't really go to funerals or nothing like that. You know, everybody different. But I'll beat myself up about that because it's almost like if I didn't cry for my grandma's funeral, like I feel guilty if I'm gonna cry for it. It's goofy, dumb shit because I don't have that type of emotional intelligence when I was young or whatever. But it's like, he said, don't beat yourself up, G. He said, you numb just because they dead already. They was already dead, but their life choices, whatever they were doing, they were already the zombie that we're discussing. So he was like, don't beat yourself up. They had already been gone. And when he said that, I felt it wasn't a crazy way, but I did feel like that, like damn, he right.
It's kind of true. Yeah. Now that I think about that, because I'm kind of the same way. But at the same time, like, and especially if I don't know you, like, I kind of feel like it's hard for me to.
This was somebody I knew. Like, this was somebody that we knew, and that's.
But they made a lot of bad choices in life.
Not made bad choices. What it was like I was just talking to him, and I said, so when's the last time, you know what I'm saying, you talked to this particular person? And he was just like, man, it's been over 10 years, 15, 20, whatever, however long. And I was just like, damn. He said, so, G, what's been going on with this person in their life? And I said, well, and this is a person that was the damn, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
High school, you was the man, homie.
What the fuck happened to you?
So, I mean, I just said it straight up. I was like, well, basically, you know, he was living his life was mid. He was just doing this, that, and the third. You know, whatever happened, happened. He's no longer with us. And he said, gee, did you hear what you just said? He's like, at the end of the day, this person was living a midlife. And it's only prevalent because he used to. This is a person we looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
You give it, you know how it goes. It's like this is one of the fly. He the person we all fuck with.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, man. Like you want people to be the best version of themselves. But what he also said was, he said that people. He said he was already dead, or these people. This is not on him. This is on general. These people are already zombies. And he was like, at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do for them because they've already given it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they not looking at it the way that we looking at it. They not playing the game by that, and they not living for a purpose, and they stray away from God, is what he said. Because think about it. If you are the spitting image of God, that's what he wanted. He wants you to be great, but you don't believe in yourself, you blasphemous. Yeah. He gave you all of the tangibles. He gave you the fly stuff.
That's some good game, man.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you doing that to him. So when he said that, and then I count, because Kenyon, just to preference this, like he was preaching when he was 5 years old. Like this is he was different. He's been anointed his whole time, and he was looking at it like, gee, you got to understand, they stray away from God. But straying away from God is because you stray away from yourself and your purpose, because your purpose is God's purpose. So once he said that, I was like, and the messed up part about it is people think that God is supposed to be some almighty, they don't even want to make God their fucking hype man in their life. That's what I said. And then he said, whoa, that was deep. You dumbass motherfucker. God can literally be your friend. He doesn't have to be this. So it was just, we was having that conversation. Yeah. It's almost like people don't understand, like, if you don't fulfill your purpose, I know that might have been a rant, whatever. But if you don't fulfill your purpose, let's just say you going so far away from who you supposed to be that you're never even present. Like, you think you're present, but you're not even present. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we was having that kind of conversation, and it was deep, man. It was deep. And what was crazy was we only had that conversation was because we chopped it up about business, and right when it was going, I said, all right, man, I love you, man. He said, I love you too. And he said, oh, man, what happened to our guy? And it had us reflect on that. But, you know, as black men, we gotta show each other love too, because if I didn't say that, I don't think we would have got to that, fam.
Well, you know, I think that one, like, we talked about purpose a lot throughout this episode, right? And
this episode, purpose.
Yeah, like for real. Purpose. I don't think most people don't know what their purpose is 100%. And what their destiny is on life. So if you don't move with the purpose, if you don't have purpose for what gets you going, then you're just literally dead. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't know, and then if you're not, well, if, like you said, if you're not moving around and you don't believe in a higher power, you know what I'm saying? Then guess what? Like, that is not going to, the purpose is not going to trickle down. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just facts. You know, I'm not telling you to be people to be Bible thumpers and stuff like that.
100%.
But in order to get in tune with yourself, you have to get in tune with the powers that possessed you and what 100%. You were possessed with. And it just doesn't become with you. You just didn't make it. Your daddy just didn't spit out his dick and give you the power like a movie and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
You cooking.
And so in life, me over and over again, I try to redefine what my purpose is here on earth. You know what I'm saying? And so,
let me shake your hand for that.
And so, like, a part of what Big Unc said is, like, you got to reinvent yourself. But a part of reinventing yourself is finding what your purpose is. Yes. Like, I was telling my boy the other day, like, I'm probably not going to be here in Vegas too much longer. because I did everything.
Right.
You know, and so it is no longer special to me. Just like
That's how LA
California.
feels to me.
Yeah,
That's how LA
California is no longer special to me.
Yeah, it's still new to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like I could go, Biggie said it best, great place to visit, terrible place to live. And you know what I'm saying? So I'll go visit for 2 days, whatever.
And now it's as expensive as LA.
Yeah.
So
yeah. You know, so Vegas, I was in Vegas since, you know, on the tail end of it being real magical.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I moved out here in 06, moved to Nashville and back to California, but for the most part, I was always here from 06 to now. You know what I'm saying? So I seen
years,
Vegas,
man.
exactly.
20 clip.
Yeah, like I
got
seen
10,
Vegas, like change, like, you know what I mean? Like so many different ways and stuff. And so like sometimes like, I tell people like this, like a girlfriend, like a relationship or whatever. Sometimes if it's not fulfilling you and it's not there no more,
Gotta let it go.
you gotta let it go. And you gotta move on. You gotta pivot and move to something else. You know what I'm saying? So that's my next thing. I fly for free, so I could always be out here.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? I want to do this thing. And I'm gonna start with this episode. So you heard it here first.
Okay. You heard it here first.
So you got it. It's quick.
Okay.
You can't think too much.
Hey, I love
It's
it.
a
Lightning
game.
round.
It's like a game.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna spit out 5 things. You gonna just spit out the top of the dome. You can't think about it.
Let's do it.
What's your love life?
Great.
Okay. What's your the album of your life? What would be the album that tells everything in your life?
Final Destination is on the way.
Who will be the artist if you was to compare yourself to an artist's career? Who will be the artist's career that you compare yourself to and why?
Artist career that I could compare myself to and why? That's a good question. I think I probably compare myself to people wouldn't think that I would probably take this take. Would be Jay-Z. Only because Jay-Z's story, for people that don't know, is more of an alchemist story. Jay-Z didn't get signed until he was almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
Things like that. So that's more of my story, which is the alchemist story. But you know, I didn't have a hit record just because I'm DC to Beverly Hills and I was in Beverly Hills at the time and stuff like that. I didn't have a hit record, none of that type of stuff. It took a while for me to get to this level of success and stuff like that. So I guess Jay-Z, just for the alchemist story. And I don't think people think that he was going to be the guy that he is now based on all the events, you know, the Tupac and the Big, you know, that type of stuff. So I'd say Jay.
What would you say that you want out of life? Like just period. What do you want more out of life?
2 words, just no worries. Just no worries.
Okay. What is your version of therapy and how do you spread your message outside of podcasting?
Got you. My therapy is I'm trying to meditate. Obviously, you know, I smoke weed, try to relax. And how do I get my message out there? Ironically, I get my message out there through my content and through the things that people are seeing visually. Maybe they're seeing something and maybe the bigger picture, you know, they might not really fully see. But it's almost like I've had some people say, man, G going crazy, man. He's just posting all this type of stuff. What a vain guy. This is narcissistic and stuff. And then I say, that's interesting. And I'll say, have you looked at the last reels that I posted? I'm barely in them. I'm actually promoting the people that are around me. I'm actually trying to put a story together and tying a lot of things. But sometimes when you put things right in front of people, you know, like just like the phrase, if you want to hide something from a nigga, you put it in a book. But now, that was back in the day. But now, if you want to hide something from niggas, you put it in their face. Because there's so much information that's in front of your face and oversaturated with, you guys are sheep. You don't know what the fuck's going on. You're just the fucking consumer anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So let's shout out whoever you want to shout out. Let's also shout out, you know, G6 TV and all this stuff like that. Look.
We done? Are we done? Oh,
yeah.
Getting out of here? My bad. It felt like home. I was about to kick a, but he was about to get a blunt and a drink. Shouts out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to you know, my guy Terrence, Standout, Jordan. You know, I'm saying government just because, you know what I'm saying, I got real love for this brother. You always stayed on it. You, no matter what. You know, ups, downs, and indifference. I don't know the stuff that goes on in your personal life, but I know you go through it because I go through it. So,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to you. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Elevated Talkz, the platform. You know, shouts out to Unc and Danny, man. You know, you guys built something and, you know, you still pushing it on and, you know, that's still family. You know, G6 TV, I want that to be one of the major platforms out here in Las Vegas. If anybody wants to come through, DM me, capital G6, CAPITAL G6 on Instagram. And like I said, please Google me. I'm a little viral. I'm gonna figure out what this viral life is like. Shouts out to my new artist that signed to Money Train Management, Tippy Morgan. You know, she's killing it. She performed.
Tippy will be on the show.
Yeah. We're gonna have Tippy on the show on the 26th. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, shouts out to Tippy. She just did the rap arena. She killed it. You know, she's, like I said, she's a prospect. Shouts out to Clip Cut. That's my brother. He's also executive A&R, Money Train Management. You know, he signed to me, but he's also, you know what I'm saying, it's my business partner. He brought Tippy, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, anybody that can find a draft pick like that, and he's extremely talented. He just performed at Complex, South by Southwest, and a whole bunch of other things. He's always out in the Bay of Frisco. Now he's out in Phoenix doing some tech stuff because he's got a large tech backing and stuff as well. Shouts out to Tippy as well because she's also a content creator. She does her own reaction content and stuff like that. Very successful at that. You already know, man. Shouts out to Rick Rock. Shouts out to GI who was here. Shouts out to all of my people. Shouts out to Jules.
Shouts out to Jules.
Gotta
like Jules.
Gotta love Jules. Gotta get Jules on because she got to give everybody the game. You know, brand.
I've seen a lot of people that you've been around. I like Jules.
Yeah. No, for sure. And for me, this is what I need. So, you know, shouts out to Jules of Rome. You know, Jules of Rome, holler at that. And Success Jules, she got that popping as well. But anything when it comes to executive, PR, brand strategist, just anytime you need something like that, please holler at Jules. She's literally, I mean, she's so low key, but she's responsible for, I'd say, 80% of your favorite artist, celebrity, client, or something like that. So make sure y'all hit her up.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that he just in all the things that he just.
Well, he let me shout out because he said,
"No,
get your shout out."
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So like,
shout out.
Yeah, shout out to that.
Shout out to my son, Iverson Jordan Smith, man.
Shout out to Iverson Jordan Smith.
I appreciate you talking about him. Let's get Iverson over here, man.
Absolutely.
You know, it's time for his press, man. I keep telling him, man.
We can do it in LA. Shit.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Either or, it doesn't matter.
Let's do it.
Shout out to Concrete Cowboys. That's the Black Cowboys Unite.
For sure.
Shout out to just everybody that's involved from the day to day. You know, everybody that brings me peace from.
100%.
You know, it's hard. It's hard out here sometimes, and you know, especially in the business and dating world. Like, you know, it gets a little tricky. You know, because you get people that
you notice I don't ask him about none of that work.
Yeah, nah, because it's like
it gets too tricky.
It gets too tricky. You know what I'm saying?
I remember when the ladies on the panel used to ask.
Like you could.
So what you do? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, like you know, I got a shorty, whatever. You know, so we rocking. And then shout out to this album that's fucking supposed to been out.
Yes.
That's coming out because after that it's going from the R&B album, which is called What a Time. It should be out in all platforms within the next month.
No, for sure.
And then we're going to rap album. We're going to country album, top of the year. So we're gonna have all that.
Since you talked about the genres, Rhythm and Vibes, the genre and the single, I got my guy Stacey Roswell, No Free Show. Shouts out to both of them, Money Train Management artists. They killing it, doing their thing.
I got it.
Rhythm and Vibes, you have to get on it, and the artists that you got need
guess
to get
what?
on it. Because that's a new genre.
I
a
seen that, and you sent it to me, but guess what?
Talk to me.
Shout out to Inglewood Pizzle. He does, in LA, it's called Rhythm and Vibe, something like that. Like, sorry if I butchered it.
Right.
But
and we need to get lock in.
Yeah,
and me
they do it once a month. They do it once a month that they want to do out here, but they do like backyard.
Okay.
It's at a studio, but it's in the back of the studio. They roll out the carpet, live bands, and everybody drinking
for sure.
We got it. Hey, shout out to Inglewood Pizzle.
Yeah, shouts out to Saul. Yeah, I want to make sure shouts out to No Free Show. He's got a new project. What's said is done. That project is out. Stacey Roswell. He's got singles out. Like I said, Rick Rock, he's got everything moving. Shouts out to Definition of Artistry. Want to get him on here whenever that's possible as well. GI's been killing it, doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Shout out to GI.
Yeah.
Send me. Go stream his music too. You know, like this.
I know. I'm sorry. I never talk about.
I'm gonna talk shit.
Oh,
this is the only dodo brain that has music.
Dope music. He likes my music.
Don't put shit out. You're like a
no, Jules. I'm putting the music is getting put out.
no, but you never never fucking put out an album. You just put out fucking music.
Oh yeah,
you fucking dodo brain.
Okay. Final Destination, Jules is dropping, right? You can just yell and say yes. Okay, she says yes, it's dropping.
Fuck that. Put out an album. All you
You've been saying it for day one.
Dude, this dude pissed me off.
Jules makes me put stuff out. That's her thing.
This dude pissed me off in 2021. I'm going to tell a real quick story. We getting the fuck out of here.
Go ahead.
He pissed me off. I said, G, I'm getting you on this album. Ooh, this motherfucker gets so busy. He ties up so much shit. And then he fucked it up.
I did.
He fucked up the opportunity. I'm like, dude, I got you on the fucking album. I said, you know what, G? Just sit this one out.
I know, right? Then the nigga had to sit me on the bench. I was like, damn, he brought me in the game and he said, but I fucked it up.
And he's part of the reason why we started the fucking album. The album is out if you guys will listen to it.
I remember that group text. This is how I know it was all bad. Like I could hear the It's So Hard to Say Goodbye Boys to Men music in the background when I saw the thread.
7 Seasons by Elevated One.
I was like, let me just delete this thread.
Yeah, like this. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, nigga, sit this one out. Like, I had studios and stuff.
You did.
Like, I mean, I came up with 2 songs. Like, we cultivated the beats and shit like that. And I'm like,
no. He's not lying. He's not lying. Okay, I fucked that up. I'm not perfect. And this is the crazy part. And this is a learning lesson to all artists. Talented, good looking, strapping, got all the things. Let me look into my camera. I have no projects ever have been dropped with G6 that's like a full project with like 8, 10, 20 songs. Nothing, just singles. So this is what you are. This is what you'll look like if you do this for 10 years and you never drop anything. Now, I'm still successful. You guys are not the anomaly like me and still get to pivot your any way you want. But
okay, so this is what we're going to do. Fuck that. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do a project. We're going to have
me and you?
Yeah.
How about we both drop both our projects so I make him drop his and he make me
He's
drop
not going to drop a fucking project. He's going to drop singles. So that's like, he's fucking
you said I got to drop an album.
It's like reading the fucking cards of
Final
blackjack.
Destination is an album that I never released and I still haven't.
So when are you going to drop it?
It's already actually been dropping singles from it.
But when is it going to drop?
The album. I heard some of the singles.
Dropping the whole thing. Before the end of the month. You heard it first from Jules of Rome. All of the hate mail, if you got a problem with that, send it to my PR.
If it don't come out, you're going to get a call from me.
All right.
I know where the...
Same with you. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Very few people know where the Honeycomb Hideout is.
Yeah, I know where all, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I will fucking come kick down the door. And plus, you're going to have to buy...
When you dropping yours?
It's going to be before, the day before.
Before
Halloween. What's Halloween?
The 30th or 31st? 31st? 31st.
That's this Friday or Saturday?
Ooh, I don't know. Hold on. Halloween is on a Friday.
It's gonna drop Halloween.
Another first.
Yeah, it's gonna drop Halloween. Last time we dropped the album on Black Friday.
Okay, you dropping Halloween. I'm dropping in November. I don't think I'm that smooth, player. Can I get November? Can you
get November? All right. Before December.
This year?
Yeah.
Shake on it. All right.
Hey, and if
it doesn't, it's her fault.
If the shit doesn't drop, you owe
100 push-ups on live on camera.
No. You're buying champagne for Tippy when she comes on the show. We're gonna get her twice. We gonna get GI back on here, and we're gonna get Rico back on here. Love, yeah, you got to buy them champagne.
Them or Tippy? Hold on.
All of them now.
No,
now I'm pushing that. Now I'm forcing your hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so champagne.
And if your shit don't drop, then you got to pay for the bottles.
Absolutely.
All right, bet.
All Ace.
Bet. Okay. Y'all, he said Ace. I'm Bel Air. I'm broke. He got it. All right.
Look, they'll get one Ace bottle, rest Bel Air.
Hey, and knowing him, he know how to get the Ace for the low.
Yeah, exactly. I know. But on that note,
right.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rock Nation. Sep. Because they doing my boy, I think they had a hand in doing my boy Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. That's just another day for another topic.
Crazy.
This was a fun episode, man. Shout out to everybody. We got to shout out the studio. And this is a fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shout out to Sip, my sponsor. They sponsored the glasses. Shout out to Sip glasses. It's a elixir. It's another. They're like an umbrella of Hardin. And this is another way for me everybody likes to say, I don't know what you look like when you're glad. This is what I look like, people. But shouts out to Sip. Shouts out to Sip.
Shout out to out of box media. Like they doing the damn thing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you want a book, they got multiple sets in this job.
100%.
They got multiple sets.
Oh, I'm coming over here.
Fire
I'm about to do a couple impromptu Nevada Dice
Look,
something.
if you don't see me on out of box, it's either out of box or the pod place.
Pod place.
You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out
Depending on the timing. If he's booked, then I'll be out the pod place. If the pod place booked, out of box. But they both it's gonna be very pivotal to what I'm trying to do because
So it's out of box?
Yeah, this is out of box.
Okay. Shouts out to out of box. My guy who's engineering and doing everything solid. This right here is where y'all gotta come through because I've been seeing a lot of people redoing the same look. If y'all want to get some good content, he is one of the pioneers of switching up the location of it to give you that aesthetic. So if you want something aesthetically pleasing, come over here.
Yeah, they got multiple sets. I'm trying to tell you guys. Look. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I ain't there yet.
Nah.
They got multiple sets. They're in literally the middle of town, so it's easy to get to. Their prices is probably better than 90% of the podcast studios out here in Vegas. Shit, yeah, they're comparable to LA price. The LA price is love
quality, man. If y'all could
quality,
y'all could see the quality. It's quality, man, for sure.
And I wouldn't put a stamp on approval. You know me. If I shoot somewhere and I ain't feeling it,
nah,
I won't shout it out.
As long as I known this guy, he didn't filmed in like 20 to 30 different podcast locations, not podcast interviews.
Yes,
different locations.
I could call them all.
Yeah,
someone's not here no more. Mm-hmm. And
shouts out to them. Shouts out to all of the podcasts that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? You know, shouts out to you because my thing is if this ain't for you, then get out the way, man.
Another one bites the dust.
Tape that up.
Another one.
You know when Joe Budden always he always do that shit.
Look, we seen them all. It was only this is a fun fact. I said I want to get the fuck out of here, but this is a fun fact. We seen hundreds of podcasts come through this city alone, right? In the last 5 to 6 years, 7 years. Mm-hmm. It's only 3 that's still standing. We could all name them.
That's still standing.
Still
all
standing.
I know is y'all.
Elevated Talkz.
That's all I know.
No, we got one more. You been on the show. We got one more. You been on the show.
That's still here?
Yes. Vegas Circle.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Vegas Circle. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
And
no, because you got to remember, I did my Vegas Circle. I did my Vegas Circle interview in 2022. That's the only reason why. Since you
but they're still here.
No, for sure. They were here. Yeah.
Yeah, and it might be 1 or 2 other ones that's riding away.
No, so that's all you got. We ain't even got another name, right?
Yeah, but when it comes to analytics, I know what the analytics look like.
So in the last 5 years, the only ones that have survived the last 5 years that I know personally and that I could see and I pay attention to this because this is my business is Elevated Talkz and Vegas Circle podcast.
Yes, and I took a break from July to now, and we still get downloads and views.
100%.
That's facts. I sent them the shit. So
and for everybody that says I post a lot, go look at my stuff. I didn't post on my page for 2 years. Is that facts or not? I only posted on my story.
That is facts.
Like I said, everybody tried to I post many times and then when I come back, okay, I kind of go crazy because God is the greatest and you were doing big things. But yeah, man.
Yeah. And on that note, we out. Peace.
Throw it, the wedding, that means I'm married to the street. Niggas talking about cash, nigga, I'm married to the beats. Niggas talking about money, I'm married to the eats. Everybody eats when it's all for me. Kids always free when I freestyle. I'm making niggas always fucking wanna throw in towels.